Hello everyone and welcome back to another video about Assassin's Creed. So today I'm going to be doing my top 5 list of unique weapons in Assassin's Creed. So this is a video that I've been meaning to make for quite some time. Weapons are a huge thing in Assassin's Creed and there are a plethora of weapons. There are countless weapons that you can use across all of the Assassin's Creed games, and I'm going to narrow it down and I'm going to go over my top 5 weapons in the Assassin's Creed series as a whole, because there's so many fucking great ones, there's so many awesome ones, but I'm going to narrow it down to 5. And this list is comprised of only unique weapons, so weapons that you get from doing challenges like assassin tombs or completing challenges in the game, and or like just things that are unique to that character. So let's get straight into this video, guys. My top 5 weapons in Assassin's Creed. So number 5 on my list of top 5 weapons in Assassin's Creed are the pistol swords from Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Now these were obtained by completing all of the assassin contracts in the West Indies. So once you killed every single target and done all the contracts, you would get these swords. Now these swords have unique combat animations. When you stab someone with this sword, there's a chance that he will do a special combo and shoot them with the sword still inside of them. Now this sword, this sword is awesome because I just love the unique animations. It does a ton of damage in game, and it's a great reward for finishing all the assassin contracts. So they're so unique, and that's one of the reasons why I love them so much, because you don't really see anything so, like, I guess, outlandish as this in the other Assassin's Creed games, and they look really fucking awesome. When I first got these swords in game, I thought they were like the coolest fucking things ever, because like they're unique, and I love unique weapons in games because it kind of makes you feel like you've got the best gear and that you're ready to take on anything in the game. So the pistol swords are really cool, and especially because of their unique animations, that really puts them on the list for me. And who doesn't want to stab someone and then shoot them with the same weapon? So number 4 in my list of top 5 unique weapons in Assassin's Creed is YUSUF'S Turkish KIJIL. Now this is actually a misspelling. It's actually meant to be a Kilij, but somehow Ubisoft misspelled it. I have no idea, but we're just going to refer to it as YUSUF'S Turkish KIJIL. It's a sword obtained by Ezio from Yusuf, obviously, and it's obtained by conducting a mission with a trainee master assassin. So it's just a reward for a master assassin mission for one of your assassin recruits. Now this sword is the best one-handed sword in Assassin's Creed Revelations because it has a damage of 5, speed of 5, and deflect of 5. So it's a really, really good weapon. It's like kind of the capped weapon of Assassin's Creed Revelations, like the Sword of ALTAİR in Brotherhood and 2. So it's a really, really good weapon, and it looks fucking awesome. Another feature of this sword that isn't actually mentioned in Assassin's Creed Revelations is that guards can actually be forced to flee when you draw this weapon in combat. So that's a kind of ability that was in the Ezio games. It's one of those abilities that weren't kind of specified in the actual game. You kind of have to work it out for yourself. But once you draw this sword in combat, low-level guards can actually run away in combat because they're scared of you. So that's a really cool feature of the sword, and it makes it very unique. So number 3 on my list of top 5 unique weapons in Assassin's Creed is the Assassin Tomahawk from Assassin's Creed 3. Now, you're probably wondering, why the hell is an Assassin's Creed 3 weapon on this list? I thought you hated Assassin's Creed 3. Well, I don't hate Assassin's Creed 3, but I just have a slight dislike for it. But there's no doubt about it, this weapon is absolutely badass. So this weapon was wielded, obviously, by Connor in Assassin's Creed 3. And basically, it's just obtainable by playing through the game. It's just the very, very first tomahawk you get in the game when you become an assassin, and it just looks badass. It's got like the assassin seal on the head there, and that's basically the blade, and it just looks fucking awesome, and it's a really iconic weapon from Assassin's Creed 3. Because I remember watching all the gameplay demos and all of the trailers and seeing that tomahawk, and it did look so fucking awesome, and it's a really, really badass weapon because it just, look at it, look how cool it is. The tomahawks in Assassin's Creed 3 are also really fun to use. Assassin's Creed 3 had great gameplay and had really fun combat, but the rest of the game just wasn't that great. But the tomahawks are really fun to use in the combat, and you can just take out hundreds and hundreds of guards with no issue, and it's just, you can just have a great time with this weapon. So yeah, it's an awesome unique weapon, and you know, it's a really iconic weapon for Assassin's Creed 3. So number 2 on my list of top 5 unique weapons in Assassin's Creed is the Sword of Eden from Assassin's Creed Unity. Now, the Swords of Eden, there's multiple Swords of Eden in Assassin's Creed lore, and they were sword-like artifacts created by the YUSU, which is why this sword in particular is so unique as a weapon in the game. It was originally used to grant charisma and leadership, negate effects of illusions, and it also granted a eagle vision-like kind of sense that people could use when wielding the sword. The sword could also project energy blasts, kind of like a massive laser that shoots out the end of it, and this is actually shown at the beginning of Assassin's Creed Unity when a Templar that you're playing as uses the sword to kill an assassin. The sword then came into Arno's possession after his fight with Germain in the Parisian temple. So yeah, you basically just get this weapon by the end of the game. Really, it's one of the best weapons in the game, and you get it as a reward from completing the game. And it's a really fucking awesome weapon. I really love the Sword of Eden because it's a piece of Eden that you just get to use as a weapon in the game. Obviously, because it got destroyed in the temple, it lost all of its power and does none of those things that I listed, you know, previously anymore because, you know, it's broken. But it's still an awesome weapon because it's really powerful, and it's a piece of Eden that you just get to wear on your belt and just, you know, mess people up with. It's really cool. I'm so glad they added it in as a weapon you can use because it is so fucking unique. It's literally a piece of Eden. It's so fucking cool. I'd use this weapon all the time in Assassin's Creed Unity if I'm ever playing it, just because it looks so cool. It's like glowing and it's golden. It looks fucking awesome, and you know, going around stabbing people with the Sword of Eden is possibly one of the most badass things ever. So finally, number 1 on my list of top 5 unique weapons in Assassin's Creed is the Sword of ALTAİR from Assassin's Creed 2 and Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. I guess you could also count it in Assassin's Creed 1 as well, but it's kind of becomes the Sword of ALTAİR in Assassin's Creed 2 and Brotherhood because that's what it's named, and it's kind of complicated to explain. But the Sword of ALTAİR is forged from a smooth silver metal and has a crossguard shaped like the wings of an eagle, and then the pommel is in the head of an eagle. It's like a really cool design for a fucking sword. It looks awesome. The handle is wrapped in dark brown leather as well, so it looks fucking awesome. It's a really cool looking sword. Another reason why this sword is so cool, because not only was it wielded by ALTAİR himself, but was also wielded by Ezio later on. Like, it's exactly the same sword. So the sword that ALTAİR used in his conquest for the 9 targets in Assassin's Creed 1, Ezio also uses that sword at a later date to then obviously kill enemies and mow them down, along with his armor of ALTAİR. So that makes it really awesome. So it's basically a shared sword with like 2 of my favorite assassins, Ezio and ALTAİR, both use this sword when in their assassin years, and it's so fucking cool to think about it like that. And not only this, but it's also just a really beautiful looking sword, and in the game it does a load of damage. It's the best sword in Assassin's Creed 2 and the best sword in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood in terms of damage and defense and, you know, deflect and things like that. And it just does a fuck ton of damage and can take down literally any enemy really quickly. I was actually replaying Assassin's Creed 2 a few months ago on the streams, and I got the Sword of ALTAİR, and it was really fucking OP, and it was much better than I remembered it being. Actually, did so much damage, and it was absolutely amazing. So yeah, this is, you know, without a doubt my favorite unique weapon in any Assassin's Creed game, and that's also down to a lot of nostalgia that I have built up around the weapon. Of course, it was used in Assassin's Creed 1 by ALTAİR in like later in the game, and then it was also used by Ezio in Brotherhood and 2. So the reason why it's one of my favorites is because it was the best weapon in like the early Ezio games. So that's one of the reasons why I love it so much, because of the nostalgia that I have that surrounds it. But it is just a beautiful weapon overall, and I think it does deserve this #1 spot as my top favorite unique weapon in Assassin's Creed. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video of my top 5 favorite unique weapons in Assassin's Creed. be sure to drop a like and subscribe for more Assassin's Creed content in the future, and also drop a comment in the comment section below telling me what you guys think is the best weapon in Assassin's Creed of all time. So I'll see you guys in the next video, and yeah,